I'm going to show you how to crochet a ball. I'm using the t-shirt yarn. You can use any yarn that you want to. The nice thing about learning how to crochet a ball is you're learning to crochet in a three-dimensional form, and you're also learning how to increase and decrease stitches. To get started, we're going to make a magic circle. You want to start with the base of your yarn laying down, and then the end of your yarn laying down, and then the bulk of your yarn goes on top of that across, and then you have your ball right there. So you want the bulk of the yarn to the left on top of the base yarn. I'm going to go ahead and pinch these two together and hold them. I want my crochet hook to come from the front to the back of the loop, and I'm going to do 6 single crochet stitches into this loop. So to do that, I want to pull the yarn through and have a loop here, and I'm going to go ahead and wrap my hook and pull one loop through here. So you can see that secures it. So I have my first loop. I'm going to go ahead from the front to the back. I pull another loop, wrap my crochet hook, and pull through both. So if you can remember when we were crocheting the flat square, you make one loop and then another one gets pulled through both of the loops. So I'll do my second stitch. So that was stitch number 1. I go from front to back. I'm going to pull the yarn to have a loop come up. I wrap my yarn and pull it through both loops here. That's stitch number 2. Now I'm going to do stitch number 3. I pull this loop through, wrap my crochet hook, and pull it through both. That's stitch number 3. And again, I pull a loop through, wrap my crochet hook, and pull through both loops for stitch number 4. Pull one through, wrap my hook, pull through both loops for stitch number 5. And I'm going to do stitch number 6, pull a loop through, wrap my crochet hook, and pull through both. That's stitch number 6. And I can look here and count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I'm going to take the tail of this magic circle and I'm going to pull it. And I pull it to create more of a circle with the crochet. And this tail now gets pretty long. I'm going to go ahead and cut it so I don't get it mistaken for the long piece of yarn that's attached to the ball that I'm going to use. So I want to start by doing a slip stitch. I'm going to go into this first stitch right here, and I'm going to pull the yarn through that first stitch and through the other loop, and that really attaches everything together. So now I'm going to go into my second stitch, and I'm going to do a single crochet, which is bringing one loop through, wrapping my hook, and pulling it through both loops. That's stitch 1. I'm going to do stitch 2 into the first stitch. So now I have 2 stitches. I'm going to go into the next stitch and I'm going to double stitch in there. So I have crochet stitch 1 into my second one. I'm going to go into that same hole and do a single crochet stitch again. So now I go into the third stitch and I'm going to put 2 single crochet stitches into that hole. So again, to do a single crochet stitch, I put my crochet hook into that hole, wrap it, and pull a loop up. And then I wrap my hook again and pull through 2 loops. So there's 2 steps to a single crochet. So that was the third stitch, and I have a total of 6 new stitches now. I'm going into the 4th one, and I wrap and pull through and wrap and pull through both loops. So that's 1 stitch in the 4th one, and I go back into the same place. You can see that yarn is coming into that stitch. I'm going to go in and pull yarn through, wrap and pull through both loops. So the 4th one now has 2 stitches. Now my 5th stitch, I wrap and pull through, wrap and pull through both loops. And I'm going to do that again, wrap, pull through 1 loop, wrap, pull through both. So that's my 5th stitch, and now into my 6th stitch. I need to do 2 stitches in there, so I'll have a total of 12 stitches. Now I go back into that same hole for my other single crochet stitch. So now I'm going to increase, but not on every single row, or not on every single stitch. So for my next one, I'm going to go ahead and start by doing a slip stitch again to connect that row.